What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Good clap, worthy of what we're going to talk about today. We have one of the nicest, if not the nicest, pistol comps on the market. We have the RADIAN Afterburner comp in the Ramjet barrel. Buckle in, it's beautiful. Anyway, they make these currently for 4 different shadow systems, for 8 different Glocks, and for 3 different SIGs. The SIG is a P320. Then they have the 365XL version that goes with the 3.7-inch slide. This is the 3.1-inch, works with the 3.1-inch slide. It is for the P365. And before you ask, if you want this super sexy flush comp, flush fit look, what you need to do, you need to get a standard P365 slide, just a standard slide with this comp and barrel on the XL size frame. The grip does not matter. The length of the dust cover needs to be the XL size. So a standard slide, XL length grip, and that will get you this very, very sexy look. Just that looks so darn good. All right, let's get into the features. Enough drooling over this setup. A lot of reasons why I say this is one of the best pistol comps. The first one I want to mention is that it is 50 state legal as of right now anyway. There's no threaded barrel on here, so that makes it 50 state legal. The lockup is fantastic. It's called like an intra-lockup, they call it. Now the reason I say it's fantastic is you don't need any thread locker and you don't need to time the barrel. So installing it and uninstalling it is very simple. So the bottom of the barrel is a little cutout, a little channel on the bottom of the barrel that the screw goes through, and kind of think of it like, you know how some AR-15 gas blocks, the barrel's cut and the gas block is pinned in place? Kind of like the same idea, but except for it's a screw instead of a pin. The barrel is also shaped like a V, and the comp is also shaped as a V, so it slides right on in only one spot, only one direction. So that times it automatically. That makes sure the screw goes in one place. So as far as idiot-proofing a comp, this is just about as idiot-proof and simple of an install you could do. You don't even need thread locker. And that's just a beautiful thing. The material is also premium material. The comp is made from stainless steel, and if you don't know, stainless steel is great, durable, corrosion resistant material. The barrel is 416 stainless steel, 416R stainless steel, which is even better than that. Barrels from 416 stainless steel are the ish. The finish on the black barrel they call Radianite. Now I think Radianite, I believe, is kind of like a type of nitrite. Maybe they do something special, custom to it. I should have asked, I didn't. But either way, between the stainless material and the Radianite finish, your durability and your corrosion resistance, as I said, will be fantastic. So the Glock and the shadow systems are available in black and gold. The SIG are available black, gold, and right now gray. The gold and gray finish is PVD. Typically, PVD is not quite as durable as nitrite or Radianite, whatever they call it, but either way, with the stainless, you should be fine. Taking a closer look up on the barrel, I want to point out a couple things. Obviously, it's a 9mm barrel. There is a loaded chamber indicator in there as well, but what I want to point out is how good looking the barrel is. The barrel and the comp, like whoever designs this stuff at RADIAN, has a very good flair for aesthetics and what looks good and flows, and it's just such a good looking setup. The other thing I want to point out on the comp and on the barrel is the opening on the port of the barrel and the opening on the comp is huge. So even though it's a very small micro comp, the opening is enormous and it eats up a ton of felt recoil. This could eat up just as much felt recoil as any other comp on the market. It is just, they did a very, very good job. As far as holster compatibility, that's the next thing I want to talk about. Any holster, pretty much any holster for a P365XL is going to work with this setup. So if you set it up the way I told you to and you get something made for a 365XL, you should be good. Not guaranteeing it, not giving you a money back guarantee, but you should be okay. All right, before we get into the dimensions and testing and what I think of it overall and whatnot, I want to quickly thank a new old channel sponsor. So this company used to sponsor us all the time and we lost connection, but we have rekindled our love. Anyway, it's Brownells. If you live under a rock and don't know Brownells, they are like the Amazon of the pew pew parts. They did give me a discount code. It's 10% off if you spend $150 or more. Of course, the code is Tiberious. If you need anything from Brownells, use that code. I appreciate it. Helps me out, save you a few bucks. And thank you to Brownell. What I want to talk about though is the MSRP. I get it. These are not inexpensive comps. They're just as expensive as the gun itself. but I do think it's worth the price. It's not for everyone. I get it. Not everyone is willing and able to drop this much money on a barrel and a comp, so I completely understand it. But with all the features I just mentioned and the quality and the performance we're going to talk about in a second, I absolutely positively think it is worth every single dollar. All right, I want to talk about the testing though. I don't have a technical way of measuring the felt recoil. The only thing I can say is it ate up a ton of felt recoil. I tested it with 115 grain, 124, some hollow points. We tested it, comparing it to other popular comp guns that are very similar size and other ported guns that are similar size, and it eats up a ton of felt recoil. It is the softest shooting micro compact gun I've ever shot, and that Icarus grip definitely doesn't hurt. But on the Radian website, they'd set up some ransom rest and they geeked out and did some fancy tests. You can go to the Radian website and check it out if you want, but they came up with the number of 44%, that it reduced the felt recoil and the muzzle rise by 44%. And I would not argue that one bit. That's exactly what I would guess, somewhere in that area. So anyway, that is my biggest pro. The biggest pro for me is how effective of a comp it is, being it is a micro comp. So it's very small, but still very effective. Aesthetically, wow, it is a beautiful looking comp. 50 state legal, super easy to take on and off, great material, good finish, and there is nothing that I would change. Absolutely nothing. Again, I understand it's not for everyone with the price, but there is nothing I would change. It is worth every single dollar if you are willing and able to spend that much money on a pistol comp. Overall, it's a great comp. I'm not going to say it's the best comp yet, because what I want to do is get this and the Parker Mountain machine to the range and shoot them back to back at the same time, and I'm going to do a comparison video. I have a feeling this one's going to come out on top, but I don't want to say that until I shoot them both back to back and I know for absolute sure. Positivity. Anyway, thank you, Radian, for supporting me for the first time. That is greatly appreciated. I've always liked Radian, and this is my first opportunity to work with them, so that is very cool. Who is the sponsor? Brownell's the sponsor of this video. Thank you to them. Again, code Tiberious, 10%, over $150. More important, thank you, boys and girls, for watching. If you think I deserve it, please click that subscribe button. I appreciate it. It helps me. I need it. Santa needs it. I'll see you in the next video. Be good and stay blessed.